Let's go. I'm hyped for tonight. I'm really, really hyped. We get to finish off something that I've been looking to finish off now. Acting. Hold on. Okay, man. Maybe now it's good. Will I be known and loved? Is there one that I trust? Hopefully everything sounds fine. I have basically... Is it master? Is that what I'm doing right now? I'm trying to remember where I put all of that. Maybe not. Hold on, wait. What branch? What branch is that? Let me find. Make sure that we're doing this right. Do we have the other branch already? Oh, we do. Okay. So I need to pull not from master, but from right. Okay. So I wrote like the is my stream still lagging right now? Maybe it's my laptop specifically. I don't know. It's fine. All right. So let's see here. Yeah, so basically we're going to be using these 4 functions. All right, we're also going to be implementing a debug function, in which case I kind of like did some like pseudocode, like just like some comments regarding like kind of how they're going to work. So we're going to have a handle activity, which is going to handle the activity. We're going to handle the mood, which if you had to guess would handle the mood. And then we're going to do an update function. Now all of this is going to be going off of delta time. I learned about delta time in my last stream, and we're actually going to be implementing that for the rest of this program because it seems to be a really good way to kind of ensure scalability, right? If we want to add more later, animation wise, then it's good to kind of go based on delta time. So anyways, yeah, so that I created like a little draw function, kind of easy. And then I'm not even gonna lie, ChatGPT made this. Just because I was like, you know, I want to like debug some text, and it's like I've made like a debug text function before, so it's like let's just get something simple, you know what I mean? Let's not worry too much about fanciness or whatever. Although there is a red line here, so it's expecting something. Wait, why is there a plus here? Oh, that's okay. I think it's because I deleted something that Mr. GPT put. Okay, bet. Alright. I was just checking the stream. Alright, so we're getting some errors. Font has no... Really? Are we sure about that? I just thought about this too. I did this on my laptop. Which I haven't built the actual program on, so it doesn't really know too much about the SFML functionality. So there's probably some red lines in this program from time to time, which I only see 2, which is good, right? I only see 2, which is good, but we just need to ensure that we can actually do what we need to do here. So let's see. Yeah, I had to use like the font thing. This was this is for the debug. Yeah, let me gotta put that there. Debug stuff. Sure, why not? Right. So this is for the debug font, and this is obviously for the debug text. And then basically we're gonna be like this is gonna be the actual debug text. So right now I just need to worry about getting these issues sorted out first, because I don't want to like I don't want to worry about that stuff. It says like I don't know. I mean, I was pretty sure I had to do something like this, right? Font default. Maybe we could do like default. What is the font default? What is that? Can I check? Construct an empty font that does not contain any glyphs. What is a glyph? Am I stupid? The specific visual shape of a character symbol or mark. Oh, so it's just empty. It's just nothing. Cool. Wait, so do I have to actually have the font file like downloaded onto my computer? That kind of thing? What? So I would need to like have Arial font downloaded? Is that what I'm hearing? I mean, I can do that, I guess, but it's like, ugh, you know. I mean, is that what that means? I don't know. Let me consult with an expert. Love AI for debugging, excuse me, for debugging and understanding how a library works. Like a new library. All right, I'm just trying to see like if there's any like default fonts. You know what I mean? Like, because that kind of sucks. Yeah, it literally doesn't include anything like that. So I would have to download Arial, I guess. Which I mean is fine, I guess, you know. Which is not free to redistribute. Wait, what? Wait, I can't even use that. Oh, can I just do system font? Let's just do system font. Yeah, let's just do that. Is that valid? Is that a valid thing? No. Okay, it's saying there's no member load from file. I think what we would need to do is we would need to construct it using the font, like, what is it called? Font? Something like that. I don't know. Let me see. What is available? Load page. There's a glyph. Wait, where are we making debug font? Where's that at? That's here, right? Debug font. Font. So maybe what we need to do is we need to like construct it first. Like debug font. And that's kind of given nothing really. Can I put system font here? Is that available to me? If I can spell system font. Okay, no. Clone object. Okay. But is there something more than that? Why is it so hard to make a font? What the hell? I don't know, dude. I'm supposed to be working on the update function, but I'm working on the font. I mean, we can just honestly, like, it doesn't have to be, excuse me, it doesn't have to be displayed in the window specifically. Like, maybe we can just display it in the, like, you know what I mean? Like, just in the, like in the terminal, because we can still do that, I know. Let's just do that, because I mean, this is just a waste of time at the, excuse me, just a waste of time at this point. So let's just not even do that, honestly. I would have loved for it to be on the window, but it's fine. It's not like needed. It's not like required for us, basically, is what I'm saying. All right, bet. So yeah, okay, let's just go ahead and get started with what we're actually supposed to be doing, which is working on handle activity, handle mood, update. Update's the big one. That's kind of the main one, right? But all of these will be used to kind of handle the stats and animations of our pet, right? And set graphic is technically also, because set graphic is the actual thing that is you know, like doing that. So yeah, so we'll just go ahead and get started, I guess. We don't need to do this. And then as far as this goes, I think we can honestly just do like, we'll just kind of rewrite this, I think, later. Not right now, because I don't want to waste my time with that. So, yeah, so if I go over here to the main, let me do this real quick. If I go over here to the main file, we see that we are now, I've created a float for delta time. All right, so delta time, basically all that it does is that it calculates the time since the last frame. Very small number usually. Or, you know, from what I read. I mean, you would imagine it's going to be a very small number, right? And we use delta time to make certain decisions, or like not make certain decisions, but like, you know, act as the clock that we go based on, right? Because some systems can have different frame rates and stuff like that. So we're going to be using delta time, not just for our logic, but also for animations. All right. So that's why we're using delta time. Excuse me. That's why we're using delta time. Don't pay attention to most of this stuff. We're really going to be doing this later in the future. We're going to be using update delta time, and then we're actually going to be drawing the everything, which we'll use the draw function for. Right. Okay. So now let's go ahead and start implementing stuff. All right. So handle activity. Basically what we're doing is we're making sure that, for one, we need to add a new member. Okay. That kind of keeps track of the activity time, or it's it's idle time, right? So we'll just add it down here for right now. Idle, I can spell idle time, flow idle time. Okay. So flow idle time, and we're going to need that because we're going to be incrementing it every frame, basically. Because basically the update function is going to be ran every single frame, right? It's going to be ran every single frame, or at least that's the logic that I think I'm going to implement. Is it's going to be called every frame, basically. So did I just say that 3 times? Sorry, that's the way my mind works. Checking activity time. If reaches limit, reset to idle activity. Right. So first thing we need to do is we need to check and increment the activity time. So first we need to check if it is idle, right? If the activity is idle. So if activity is, or it would need to be activity, idle, right? So if it is, then, oh yeah, we need an activity time and activity duration as well. I forgot this function is actually going to require us to implement some more stuff too. We would need activity time, which keeps track of the time that the pet has been doing its current activity. What are we doing? Throwaway, hi. What's up, Throwaway? Good to see you. But it looks interesting. I'm working on a virtual pet app with some people too for a project. That's awesome. That's awesome. Maybe you can give me some pointers. Maybe you can give me some pointers because I'm kind of freeballing it right now. So yeah, that's awesome. Good to hear. Hope you're doing good. Appreciate you stopping by. I hope you didn't send that too long ago. I get so locked in sometimes. I just like, you know, I don't really notice. So yeah, but we're doing good though. We're doing good. We got some progress. So far, the progress that we do have, if you're still here, do you want to see the, here, let me show you. Let me show you what we have. It's kind of stupid. Did I do one recently? I guess not. Does that show it still? Still work? Oh, nice. So it's white. It's a white window. Oh, there we go. It's not white. That was just a few seconds back. All right, perfect, perfect. Yeah, so right now this is what we have right here. Just a red circle. I haven't made the actual animations yet, like the actual like pixel art that I'm gonna make. I'm actually gonna do that next stream tomorrow. So that'll be cool. That'll be fun. But right now we're just doing a circle to kind of implement the logic behind its moods and all that kind of stuff, and how that's going to be, you know, determined every frame, and you know, everything like that. And I'm just going to have the color of the circle kind of represent its mood or its activity or something like that, just for now. All right, just so we can kind of get some basic logic going, and then, you know, I can show off my artistic skills, which are zip. I have no artistic skills whatsoever, so that's gonna be very fun. Next stream, I'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, the final project, I just want like, and here's the cool thing too, chat's gonna be able to interact with it. Okay, chat's gonna be able to interact with it, because that's like the biggest thing, is that I want chat to be able to interact with it. I want like the window to be on like every stream, maybe not as big as this, you know, but like just somewhere on like the stream. And a team member is working on a 3D model. I'm seeing if I can make an AR pet. That might be a bit far-fetched. What's an AR pet? Am I tripping? Like yeah, what's an AR pet? I guess I'm a little lost. That's cool though. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, the chat will be able to interact with it through like Nightbot or something like that. Chat integration is such a great idea, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's so cool, right? But yeah, like Nightbot or something like that. I'll make like a little middleware, and it will be able to, you know, chat will be able to like pet it, or, you know, interact with it in whatever way they want. So also in reality. Oh, okay. So you can see your pet in your room through your phone camera. Oh, that is sick. That is sick. Ooh, I don't even, dude, that's way ahead of me. That's way ahead of me. Throwaway. I'm sure you got it though. I'm sure you got it. I'm sure you got it. But yeah, I don't even know if I could do that low key. But you know, you're gonna have to update me if you're able to do it. Cause that is sick. I've seen that, like Snapchat has stuff like that, I think. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, tonight I'm just kind of working on some of these functions that will handle the mood, the activities, and just kind of like update every frame, basically. So we're kind of just doing that. Can I ask if that's harder to integrate in C++ because JavaScript or something would just have like something like that? Like integrate, like oh, you mean chat interaction? I mean, I know JavaScript has like built-in libraries for it, but it's possible, yeah. I mean, because you can use C++ applications, like backend, or you know, not like for backend programming, but like, you know, you can use like those things to, like, they can communicate, is what I'm trying to say, just by like a HTTP request or something like that. So they can still be which, I mean, you know, whenever I do, like, I'm not gonna build the middleware in C++. I'm gonna build that probably in Node Express, right? So I won't like do that you know, and yeah. So if that's kind of what your question is, so, or if that's what you mean by your question. So no, like, I mean, I wouldn't use C++ for like the middleware or anything like that, but they can, I mean, I can still use do this like by its own separate application, because I want it to be like a standalone, like just like a standalone thing that people can like download and use if they want. But also for my iteration of it, the way that I want to use it, because I'm making it, I want to be able to have a you know, an ability for chat to be able to interact with it. So yeah. All right, so I think here it might make more sense to just do one check if it's not idle, or no, if it is idle, maybe we increment it at the end. Excuse me, maybe increment it at the end. because we want to get its idle time as well. So let me just implement the activity time check, right? So this is like if the activity is not idle, therefore they're actually doing an activity, then we need to check if every frame this will be checked. So it'll be like if activity time is more than or equal to activity duration, then in that sense we will just reset to we will reset the activity to be activity idle. Okay. Yeah. And then we need to reset the activity time, obviously. Activity time equals 0. Yeah, but I need to denote that. All right. Duration is going to stay the same. In fact, let's actually kind of, yeah, no, let's set that up here. I think this is still kind of a mess, I'll be honest, but it's fine though. I think the activity duration is just going to be 5. I think that's fair enough. I think that. Try to get through it, try to push through it. You were not thinking that. Be loving someone. The story. So I think. Do we even need to do do we even need to reset idle activity? Do we even need to? I think maybe tracking idle time would be here actually, and incrementing it would be here. Yeah, because I put it there. Yeah, so I think this is kind of finished in that sense. Which, let's make this a little cleaner. If it's not an idle activity, then that. If it is idle activity, wait, we probably need to do like else and do activity time and add it by dt, right? Did we increment it as dt? I think. Yeah, we increment it. Because because we wouldn't want to reset it. That doesn't make any sense. We would just increment it. I was ready, moving on. Oh, but maybe I was ready all along. Okay. So, do we need to do anything else here? I don't think so. Because this is being incremented. That's good. That's fine. Activity time. We're resetting activity time at the end of its activity. Yeah, I think that's it, honestly. I don't think there's really much more to do here. So let's just kind of keep that there. And these will both be used in the update function. So okay. So now we need to do handle mood. So I don't really want to check the mood every single, I mean, it's gonna be called every frame no matter what. So maybe this is stupid. I don't know. I wrote this when I was in class, not paying attention. I'll be honest. I wrote this during my lecture. So, let's see what you said. What's the activity here? Is it like playing or going outside with your pet? Oh, let me show you. Let me show you. Okay, this still, my files probably still aren't very organized, so just bear with me. But these are the activities, right? So idle is like just, the way that I'm thinking about it, and this is kind of weird, and it may not be best, but I'm trying to think of like in terms of like its animations, right? So activities will take priority over mood. So therefore, if there is an activity that the pet is doing, it will show the animation for that activity. So therefore, if unless the activity is idle, therefore if it is idle, then it will show the animation for any of these moods, right? But if the activity is eat, pet, sleep, I have a wake up activity as well and a bath activity. I can add more, honestly, later on down the line. I'm trying to get the kind of the general logic done, but if it is idle, then it will show the animation for any of these moods. So happy, sad, mad, tired, ill, obviously based on what the stats are. And I still don't know exactly how we're going to implement the logic for that. I mean, I know that we're going to decay stuff, but it's like, we want to, I don't know, I want to have like a good like set formula for like setting the activity, or sorry, setting the mood to what it needs to be, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So that's kind of what the activity is. That's why we're checking if it's idle. That's why we're checking if it's not idle. Therefore, it would do this. Do we need to do anything if it's not idle? Wait. If it's not idle, then that means that it is doing an activity. Yeah, so actually this might, yeah, no, this needs to be incremented. Wait, what? What am I doing here? No, but if it is idle, then nothing needs to happen. Right? So yeah, I think this is right. This should be right. I don't know. I guess when we test it, we'll see. This should be the right logic though. Like in terms of like what I'm trying to do, this should be right. I think. Well, I guess we'll see. Okay. So for the mood, we need to check for a mood change. And then we need to update the mood accordingly based on the current stats. So so we want to check, what do we want to do? We're going to check for mood changes every 1 second. So we would want to check mood changes. So like, I think the way that I thought of this was like, I was thinking like, we would check if the mood has been changed, not if we need to change it. But then again, this would be kind of weird now that I think about it, because it's like this is updating the mood, right? This is updating the mood. Why do we need to check for the mood? The set graphic does that. The set graphic checks for the mood and it sets the graphic based on the mood. Like if I go here, yeah, and it'll set the graphic based on the mood. Right, okay. And I guess we'll need some kind of set animation function or something. I don't know. Like just for it, this really should be called set animation. Right now we're calling it set graphic though. It's fine though. It's all good. Yeah, I feel like checking is just worthless. I don't know why we would need to do that. We just really need to update the mood accordingly. Right? Update the mood accordingly. Based on whatever stats we currently have. In that case, why would we need, I guess we don't need delta time to be passed in here though, if that's the case. Because then like, what are we using the time for? Like, what are we using that for? I'm gonna start writing, and if I don't see a point where I need it, then we just won't do it. So update mood accordingly based on current stats. So I guess we would need to get the current mood, right? We need to get like, well, we wouldn't need to get that, but we could do like a wait a minute. Hold on. I'm trying to think how this goes. Yeah, we would need to not get the current mood. Like that doesn't really make sense. But we would just need to check the stats. And ooh, but it's kind of a linear way of thinking though. Because then like what happens if two criterias are met? Right? This is why the formula was kind of a big deal. Like the formula that I was, which I mean I can do that, you know. Maybe like a stat score that puts weights on all your stats, then you just check for the value of that score. So let me see. A stat score that puts weights on all your stats, and you just check for the value of that score. So you're saying like some stats would weigh more than some others? Like for instance, okay, wait a minute. These are the stats that I have so far. I know that we probably need to add more, but hunger, Hunger would probably take criteria over attention, or criteria priority over attention. I guess energy would take priority over kind of a lot of them. I guess. Oh shit. Sorry, I'm trying to think about the logic here. I feel like we really need, because I made this, right? This was one of the first things I added was a mood bar, right? And basically it was supposed to just be like a bar. I don't know, someone recommended it in chat. It just make more sense as like the mood. And basically what I wanted something that was like, that would, yeah, that's up to you if you want it to be equal weights or just set them all to 1. I'm not sure, because the way that I was thinking about doing it was, or the way that I wanted it to be done was, I wanted some kind of formula to, I wanted to compute some kind of formula that would output the mood, right? Which I guess we can maybe make a function that does that formulation for us, and then use that function here and handle mood. And then, yeah, maybe so. Like we could just make a function that would return the mood itself, right? And like we could just make a function that would return the mood itself. By the way, these will be conflicting. Yeah, we might want to do that actually. And then in the handle mood, we can do something like that. How would I even make a formula for this? Are there any that exist? Like, how does Tamagotchi do it? You know what I'm saying? Because this is basically a Tamagotchi at the end of the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Tamagotchi mood formula. Like, is that a thing? Oh, I already searched this up before. I didn't get any results. Yeah, I did do that, didn't I? I just don't know how to how the formula would work. I mean, we could do weights. But I don't know. I feel like a function to kind of, well, I mean, is that not what this is? Handle mood? Like, is that not kind of what handle mood is? It's basically going to be a formula, a formula, if I can speak, if I cannot stutter, that would return basically the mood, or set the mood based on the current stats. So yeah, I mean, that's basically what this function will be. So we just need to kind of figure out. Catch you later. Gonna do some homework, then go to bed. Have a nice stream. You too, Throwaway. Good seeing you. Appreciate you. Have a good night. You a real one. All right. So yeah, some kind of formula. Can't quite think. I don't know. I don't even know how I would make a formula for that. Or, I mean, we could obviously, but I guess like what's the best way to do it? You know what I mean? Like, wait a minute. I guess maybe what we could do is, because my original way of thinking was like, okay, if attention is, I don't know, less than like 20 or something, then return, or not return, but set mood to like, you know, mad or something like that. You know what I mean? Or sad. That was my original thinking, but like that's kind of linear. Like that's kind of like, I don't know, like I'm asking for trouble if I implement it in this way. So maybe what we do, yeah, is kind of like a weight system or something that like we can check for all of these things, right? Excuse me. We can check for all of these things and then use a formula at the very end that would kind of use these checks to then compute what the mood should be. I think that would kind of make sense. But how do we do that though? Like, what do we set to it. I guess we could like do a we could do like a sadness. Like, I don't know, hold on, wait. Sad, wait. Let's just, I don't know, I'm just kind of writing stuff at this point. Happy wait. Mad wait. Happy wait, mad wait. What's the other ones I got? Tired? Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, no, okay, yeah. I see exactly how this will work now. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, I got this now, bro. Pretty sure I got a good idea of how I'm gonna do this. Yeah, these are basically gonna be checks, right? And we'll compute what the mood should be based on these weights. Like a sad check. I mean, I guess it's a Boolean, right? I don't know. Let's just do this. I don't think we have anything that is named these, so yeah. So like if attention is less than like 20, should we do like checks? Ooh, we should do yo, hold up, wait. Maybe we should do but like this running, I mean, I gotta think about the fact that this is also gonna be running every single frame. So we want to make sure that it's like kind of scalable, kind of like not super slow, I guess. I mean, these are easy. I just don't want to do like nested loops and stuff like that, you know. Maybe we can kind of just keep it simple for right now. Like, yeah, maybe that's what we do. We'd set sad and we would just increment it by 1, I think. Sad, increment by 1. So yeah, let me get the rest of them. So we have tired, and we have ill as well, I think. And that should be it, right? I think so. Happy, sad, mad, tired, ill. Yeah, okay. Cool. So this may not work. But we'll see. We'll see how we do. So this is like if attention. What else do we have to go off of? We have attention, hygiene, energy, and hunger. Maybe what we could do is we could do like a because what I don't want is I don't want like one thing to happen all the time. Like it just never gets mad because sadness would kind of overtake it. Also, I did note this wrong. I mean, I don't think there's really a wrong. So if attention is less than 20, I think that we can honestly just because what I'm thinking is what we might have to do is we might have to not only just do sad, but also do like mad, right? So it's like maybe we could do this and do this, right? Because like if all of these things check, right? Honestly, maybe we just check. Like maybe we just do like a check. You know what I mean? Brand new person. So maybe these like will be booleans instead. Like an attention check. But I wanted to kind of like have different weights though. I think would be kind of nice. Well, okay, but that doesn't really make sense. I mean, if we don't have like a specific number that denotes how mad or how sad the pet is, then it doesn't really make much sense. Right. Yeah, okay. Let's just do booleans instead. I think that's probably a good one for right now. Just for right now, we'll just do that. We'll just make some booleans. All right, so attention. Well, we can't do that. We got to do like attention is low. I don't know. And we'll just do the same for the rest. So what else do we have? Hunger, energy, hygiene. Hunger, energy, hygiene. Hunger is low. Energy is low. Okay. And then I can never tell if I spell that wrong. Hygiene is low. Okay. Cool. So we're not going to do it in that way anymore. I think what we're going to do is we're going to just be like attention is low. Set that just equal to true. These will all, I think. And I know that it's hard to digest. Wait, what? Am I tripping? Oh, yeah, no, I am tripping. Sorry. I was using Python earlier. And I guess these would always be set to, we would always need to set these equal to false. Right? Because, like, just at the start. Because what I don't want to happen is I don't want, like, I mean, they'll always, I'm not really going to worry about it. This is just more so for, like, a sanity check. I think they're always false at creation, right? I don't think memory has anything to do with that. I don't know. Let me check. Hold on, wait. I'm actually kind of curious about this. Are booleans default? Wait, like, they're false by default, right? Right. Okay. I feel like I've heard, like, you need to, like, declare it always, or, like, it's better practice to declare it always, but I don't know where I heard that. Maybe it was something completely unrelated. I have no idea. So, yeah, we're actually going to get rid of this then. Because that's, I guess, just not needed. All right, so if attention is less than 20, then attention is low to true. Some more checks. Hunger is lower than 20, sure. We'll do hunger is low equal to true. Okay. Let me do this real quick. If energy is less than, and these can obviously be more fleshed out later. They don't have to always be this simplistic. We can definitely make this a little bit more complex later down the line, if that makes sense. So, cool. And then, yeah, hygiene. I'm gonna have to do like a stream where I like play my actual music, because I'm listening to like Tame Impala right now, dude. It's hitting. It's hitting. I wish I could sing my heart out, but I can't because you guys are listening to house music. I'm listening to Tame Impala. All right, so yeah, so these are fine, but now we would need to like do something that would, or we would need to like okay, if this is true and this is true, then it'll be sad. Like, oh wait, no, but that isn't. Oh no, that actually creates kind of a nightmare. Cause what is it like? How many like it's 4 to the power of what? It's like 4 to the power of. Oh gosh, what is it? Yeah. It's a decently large number. It's not a decently large number, but it's like, you know, it's there. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It's always around. Yeah, 4 to the 4, right? Which is, yeah, no, that's, yeah, no, actually, let's not do that. Hello, trivial types are not initialized by default. They contain garbage. Trivial types? Like this right here will contain garbage values? So I guess this would have a garbage value. You could do bool. Well, in this case, it will set it to false. In this case, we'll set it to false. Oh. Really? So I guess I would need to initialize those as false, or, you know, I would need to like but this I think should be good, right? Because these are just booleans. Unless like I don't know. Oh, but I guess what you're saying is like this. It's more clear to just write. Oh, it's false. I mean, so this will set it to a default value of. What's that called, by the way? Like using this type of syntax. I forget. I don't know. Good to see you in though, by the way. Hello. I started reading your message off rip and I was like, oh no, what did I do wrong? When I see you in here, I'm like, I'm not like scared, but I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna get some senior dev like advice. Which is good, obviously. Hope you're doing good. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. I had no plan for this. Because it's like... Also, this could also just be a little simple, or more simple, but... I don't know, like, I was trying to, like, think of, like, some kind of formula that I could do that would set, like, a specific, or that would return, like, a specific mood based on whatever's computed in that formula, right? And maybe what needs to happen is, maybe we should have stuff like this return numerical values instead. I don't know, I'm trying to keep it kind of lightweight, because this is going to be called every single frame. So... I don't want this to be like huge. So maybe what we do instead is we can take in dt, and what we can do is if dt is less than, or we can like wait, yeah, okay, wait, I like that idea actually. We could do like a float and do like a mood update, something like that. I don't know, like mood update. This may not be the best solution. I'm just trying stuff. And what we would do is we could do like if mood update is more than or equal to, say, 1, right? Then in that case, everything will kind of... Let's say if it's... Then in that case, everything like this would take place. Basically, because we don't... I feel like checking the mood every single iteration is going to be such a nightmare. Or every single like frame is going to be such a nightmare. And then like otherwise we just increment mood update based on DT. I think that's the best way to do it, honestly. That makes the most sense in my mind. Okay. So now we just need to figure out what we want to do for this. Right? So I don't really know what kind of formula would be needed here, or what kind of like check we would need to do, right? Well, I mean, kind of what I was saying is that we could replace these with like values that kind of factor into like the weight, because someone else in here had kind of recommended earlier, so maybe have like kind of weights reset mood update in the if. Reset mood update in the if. Like right, yeah. I mean, I think so. Like, obviously this isn't doing anything yet, but what I was gonna do is I was going to update the mood. Or I guess we don't... maybe, no? No, I guess not, actually. I mean, couldn't we just do it either other, like any other way? Or we could do it like, for instance, we could do this where it's like checking if 1 is greater than or equal to, or just greater than, sorry, than mood update. And then that just kind of increments this, and then we do all of this outside of the if statement. Right? But it's like, if this is false, then it just increments. But we would need to do some kind of if statement, right? Like, because I don't want it to do this checking every single frame. That I don't even know if this is the right kind of checking that we really should do, honestly, because I feel like this is kind of much. I mean, I guess we would need to do something though. What I'm thinking, honestly, I'm gonna keep all that at the bottom. What I'm thinking, honestly, though, is we could do like an int happy, int sad, int mad, int tired, ill. Okay, and what I'm thinking is what we could do is we could check this stuff, right? And it's like, if this is true, then it increments maybe sad and mad, but they're incremented differently because it's about the attention. Whereas, I don't know. Whereas, hold on. Okay. Yeah, so like, we would do like this. We do the same. I'll just copy it. We just do the same thing here. And what we would do is we would just do like, sad would go up by 1, whereas mad, or not, do sad by 1, whereas mad would go up by like 1 maybe, or sad would go up by 2, mad would go up by 1. And what we would do at the end of this is whichever one of these weigh more, we would then set the mood equal to that. Right? I don't know. I'm trying to think. I need water to think. But that's kind of what I was thinking. I don't know if that's the best iteration of it. Or, sorry, the best implementation of it. But I feel like that could work. If you want not to do some logic each frame, then yes, you need to do check based on delta time accumulator. Right, yeah. So like kind of what this is, right? I think so. But it would check inside the if statement, or at least, I mean, it could go either way. I feel like it doesn't really matter. But yes, like we're checking that way it doesn't do it every single frame, which is what this is doing. Yeah, anyways, the only thing is we only have 4 stats. We only have 4 stats. How are we going to balance? Like, how do we balance correctly to pick the correct thing? Right? I guess, like, I don't know. Because then, like, what if maybe we could also increment kind of no, that doesn't really make much sense. Alright, I'm gonna start implementing it and just kind of see what we can do here. We could do right. Okay, actually, wait. We can do, because what I'm thinking is like maybe if energy is less than, and these are just kind of default values. I don't really know if they're actually going to be in the final thing. But like if energy is low, I want that to kind of matter more, you know? So if energy is pretty low, then we can increment tired by like 5, you know? Because I feel like that'll kind of take precedence over everything else. Right? Right. I just thought about this too. Are we gonna have sleep be an automatic thing? I don't know. Because, I mean, in terms of activity, I feel like that's... My main activity is to be kind of you know, like a command thing, right? Like the user says to do this, and it does that, right? But what, we're gonna command it to sleep? That doesn't really make sense. I don't know, I think for now we're gonna have to do it, just because I don't really want to deal with that in the moment. As far as hygiene goes, I think that would just kind of increment the, this might actually work. This might be kind of, yeah, I feel like this is just kind of stupid. But this might be a lot better. Right. Hunger, what would that affect? I guess mad? Maybe not sad, but mad probably for sure. Mad, we can increment that by like 2. And we can also increment maybe like ill. You know what I'm saying? We could like increment L. So we could do ill plus, we could do 2. We could do 2 for that as well, I think. No, but then again, like, I don't want it to. Maybe this needs to be 1. No, it doesn't make enough sense. I mean, we could do other checks too, but it's like, I don't know. Love your content, bro. How long have you been learning C++? Thank you, Zay. Appreciate you. How long have I been learning C++? Probably year and a half. Year and a half, if I'm being honest. I mean, I've used it before in high school, but I never, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just following the professor, or not the professor. I was following the instructor. Sleep should be pragmatic, in my opinion. I agree, AZ. Good to see you, AZ. Good to see you guys. But yeah, I haven't been learning C++ for that long, if I'm being honest. Like, you know, actual C++. So, but honestly, it's definitely probably one of my top 2 languages. Yeah, top 2 languages, I'd say. It probably takes the number 2 spot. Probably takes the number 2 spot. Number 1 is HTML, of course. All right, so I think ill should go up. How much do we want? Because I'm trying to think. What I don't want is I don't want mad to never be used, right? Hunger should affect energy. Food, no energy. You're right. You're right. We're doing decay stats though. Yeah, we're gonna have decay functions. I think no energy for too long, you get an ill. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Maybe we need to make this a little bit more fleshed out. Maybe we can't make it as simple as I'd like it to be. So we probably need to kind of think about that. Because I mean, you are right, yes. Hunger should affect energy, obviously, yes. Although I was gonna do that in the decay stats. I was gonna, I don't know, do like maybe like a multiplier depending on how much the hunger is at or how much like it's not at or whatever. And then I think in terms of here though, because you mentioned no energy for too long, you get ill, right? So it's like maybe we need more checks. But it's like, ugh, like what, we're doing if statements all over the place, dude. That looks disgusting. So it's like, not sure. Not sure. Maybe so, because I mean, because like what, here's kind of why I say it, right? If hunger is this, right? Or let's say it's less than this, but it's you can do this in C++, right? You can do like a Pretty sure, because you can do it in Python, I know. If it is more than 15, right? You can do this, can't you? Okay, cool. So yeah, if this is true, then it would do this, right? But like, if hunger is less than or equal to 15, right? Then in that sense, we would need to not really increment, because we can't, because like what these are not like what will dictate if they are mad. These are more so weights for choosing the emotion. So we would do like ill 3, right? Then like, okay, there's an even bigger chance of the illness mood being affected. You can't do that, or rather it'll produce not what you expect. Oh, I can't do that? Damn. It's like I've done this before. It probably wasn't using C++ though. Yeah. See, I was trying to avoid using an and symbol there, but it's okay. It's okay. Hunger more than 15. Or we'd have to do like something like this, I think. I mean, we don't have to, but let's just do this. Yeah. So, okay, yeah, let's do that. I feel like Python allows you to do that though, doesn't it? Am I crazy? Because I feel like I've seen that. But yeah, like then we would do this if hunger is more, right? But then we're kind of like in a way, this could maybe just be, I don't know, I love switch cases at this point. You know what I mean? Like we could do like a switch for the hunger, right? And we could do case hunger are equal to 15 and hunger 20, right? And then we could do like the mad plus or equal. Why is that? Does that not work? Wait, what? It's constant value. What are you talking about? Wait, no, that doesn't make much sense. What do you mean? Wait, is that not how that works? Isn't that expensive to avoid? Yeah, okay. Is this not doable in switch case? Would I need to do like this or something? I don't know. I mean, that doesn't really make, I don't think that would make much of a difference at all. But it has a constant value. What are you talking about, a constant value? Okay, clearly this won't work. I'm not sure why. I guess you can't do this. Or maybe like... Would it need to be this? Switch case only works with integer? These are integers. Yeah. Wait, unless... Wait, hunger. Oh wait, these are floats. Yeah, no, I'm stupid. Wait, so you can't use a switch case with a float? Huh? That's crazy. I didn't know that. Really? Okay. I don't really feel like getting an integer out of this, so I guess we'll just have blocks of if statements. Not blocks. I mean, we don't need a lot, but you can. Okay. Well then. I guess the way that we could do it is we could just do something like, it's like this, and we do like an else if. Or something. Just like to return plus case condition must be evaluated at constant. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah. Interesting. Learn something new every day. All right. So it might be time to face it. So I guess this will have to work. I mean, yeah, I guess so. We would just do checks of what the stat is. So like here, for instance, we could do like if attention is let's do attention is more than or equal to 10 and this, and then we just do an else if as well. Attention is less than 10. They don't know what I found, won't see it from this way around. Would attention affect sadness or mad? I think if it's that low, I feel like they'll borderline get depressed. Right? I feel like that kind of makes sense. Although the way that I want kind of madness to work is like, I don't know. I was thinking like if everything is checked, right? Not everything, but like if mad equals like a certain value, maybe we could have that take priority over whatever the option or like whatever the choice is, right? Because like, okay, what? So if they don't have attention, they don't have or they're hungry, they're not being taken care of, I'd be pissed, bro. I'd be like, damn, bro, take care of me, you know? So I feel like maybe we could use the mad emotion in that sense. Although, of course, if hunger is this, I think illness would take precedence over that, though. Maybe. It's like we could do something where it's like, okay, if the choice, if what is derived from these calculations is the ill emotion, or if it isn't the ill emotion, then we can check the mad emotion or like the mad weight, and if it equals like a certain value, then that means that basically everything was kind of checked. Everything was checked off. And no, but then again, like if everything is checked off, because like what if hunger's like 0? You know what I'm saying? Like then like, okay, then we got like I don't want like pets to die, but I want them to like be ill. And obviously if it's 0, then you know that probably needs to take priority, I would think, personally. So maybe what we do, yeah, I don't know, let's just keep going. As far as attention goes, sadness probably needs to go to 3, mad 2, maybe, I don't know, something like that. And as for energy, we can have, should energy affect madness at all? If let's do energy is more than or equal to 10, we'll just do 10. And that spelled energy wrong. It's like my 4th time of spelling energy too. Crazy. right, so we can now do if energy is less than 10. And in that sense, like, let's just like, it's just gonna be tired. So we could do like 10. And so that way, they'll definitely like show the emotion of being tired. And honestly, maybe 15 is better. The only option is... I don't know. Oh, this needs to be an LSIF, by the way. Right. I don't know. Maybe that may not be great. Let's just worry about that later. We should honestly, we just need to make sure that this thing actually works. You know. We'll do this for hygiene. And basically, what's gonna happen is that illness will increase. For this, and yeah, okay, we'll do that. Hygiene less than 15. Okay, and we'll make illness be incremented by foe. Foe's a good value. Foe's a good value. Is there a reason that's not returning? Or that's not working? Oh, because it's an else. Else if, thank you very much. Alright. Alright. We might have to bust out the notepad for this one. Because, I mean... Now we need to like, okay, what would happen in this situation, right? Because, I mean, there's quite a few possibilities that could happen here. Basically, what we're just going to do is we're going to check all of these guys. And, right. So what we would do is we would do, you sure are cooking, man. Thanks, Link. Appreciate you. Good to see you here. Hope you're doing good. I'm cooking. Yeah, I mean, anyone can cook, but you know, it doesn't mean you need to be a chef. Do you use Linux or Windows? I'm using Windows on here, but I use Linux on my ThinkPad here. So, but for this right here, I'm using Windows because I used to play games on here, and I don't know. I don't like gaming on Linux. A lot of games aren't even compatible with it, so it's like, you know, that's kind of why I'm using Windows here. Unfortunately, you know, I'm no Windows fan, I'll be honest. So, but yeah, cooking. I mean, I don't know what you call this, but I guess. So now what we would need to do is we just need to like get the specific variable, like return the specific variable. We might, okay, I don't know. Because what we want to do is we want to check, because like the way that I'm thinking of it is like, okay, maybe like let's sort through like an array and do it that way. But I don't know if that's best. What kind of Linux do you use? Ubuntu, whatever you call it. I call it Ubuntu, but yeah. Not Arch. I'm not there yet. Not there yet. Maybe someday though. It was between Ubuntu and Mint. I heard Mint's pretty good too. So I just wanted something kind of like something that would allow me to use Linux in the way that I want to use it, but something that wasn't too much for like a beginner. You know what I mean? And I mean, I've had Linux installed in that laptop for half a year probably. So I mean, like I'm pretty decent at using it right now, but I just don't really want to switch. I only use it for school really, like when I'm out and about. I used to use it mostly for personal projects as well, but since I started streaming recently, I've been kind of doing my personal projects on stream, so now I'm just doing them on Windows. So yeah. Anywho, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, gang. Right, so we would now just need to simply check, okay, which one of these is the highest, right? Just simply return highest value. I feel like maybe what we should have done, instead of making these all just like 5 separate variables, is I mean, we could, that's kind of much though. I don't know. We could do like a switch case statement where it's like, okay, I'm kind of just freeballing here. This may not be right. This may not be good either, so bear with me. We do like a switch case statement that, okay, no, but like, then what are you passing in? I don't know. Might need more if statements, honestly. Because like what I'm trying to do is like I'm trying to be like, okay, if happy is more than sad plus mad plus tired, this is not a good way to do this, then it would the mood would set to happy, right? That's a very bare bones way of doing that. That's cool, and yeah, I support your stream, man. I'm a computer science student, aspiring one, and I'm kind of asking everywhere if Linux is a friendly OS. So yeah, I'll support your channel. Thanks, Link. I highly recommend Ubuntu. Pretty good distro. So yeah, Ubuntu, Mint. There's one other one too. There's one other one that's like super kind of like basic, but thanks for the support. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming by. Right. This is gonna look awful. This is actually gonna look so bad. I don't want to do this. Screw it. I want something that works. And we can refactor it later, which it will need to be. In fact, let's put a comment here. Oh my god. Refactor. This is so bad. Okay. Just so I'm reminded. All along. Oh, but maybe I was ready. All along. I'm ready for the moment and the sound. Oh, but baby. It's ready. All along. Oh, baby. What are we doing next? Mad? Okay, mad. This is so bad. Think about it. Gotta include sad here. Oh wait, no. Got to include mad here. That's one. Did any of you guys watch that one show on Cartoon Network called Mad? Did any of you guys watch that? Am I the only person who ever watched that? What a weird show. What a weird show. If anyone remembers that, please, someone speak up so I'm not alone in this. There was a show called Mad or something like that, and it was like I loved it. It was cool, but it was like, what the? It's very weird looking back on it. It's like a fever dream. I don't even know if, like, will this even return what I think it will return? Here I go for a loner and edit. Man is too endure in this place. Okay, so also for ill, yeah, I think just an else statement is fine, but else just means that, okay, that simply just means, okay, but wait. Would any of the, okay, I'm gonna bust out the notepad here in a second to kind of go through, or actually no, we don't need to do that. I can just use AI. I can use AI to say, hey, are there any instances where like any of the two weights or more will match? Are there any combinations that will do that? What a great use for AI. What a great use for AI to do work that I don't want to do. Yeah, because I could bust out the notepad right now and, like, you know, try to figure that out myself, but that's such a waste of time. Okay, so first though, else basically, but we might want to do that first though. Let me do that first. I just want to make sure, because then, like, well, I guess we can just adjust the values. It doesn't have to be like crazy. Yeah, okay, let's just do that. So else means that it's ill. Else means that the ill weight takes or is more than everything else. So therefore, what we want to check, wait, do we want to check that? I don't know, like, I want the time in college. I want mad to be something that would happen if it's literally just not being taken care of. Because I think in this iteration, I don't even think madness would ever, like, really even happen. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it would happen if it was this. But it's like, I don't know though. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Let's just, because I wanted to do like a check. But I guess we may not need to do a check. We might just need to kind of refactor the values instead, right? I feel like that's probably the easier way of doing it, is just refactoring the values. Right. So there's very well a combination that might actually happen if, like, you know, if any of these do match, because we're obviously not checking for that. So this needs to be refactored like hell, dude. Holy, like, dude, this is bad. This is awful. Let me check first to see if anything will match up really quick, and then I'll go from there. I think, oh, I just copied like too much. I know how to be. Yeah, I'll just be like, will any of these equal the same? Right? I should know what I'm talking about. I don't know if this, no. Okay, so, oh no, it says no, this won't work. It said, it literally said what you're doing will not work. Your first if. Wait, what? Then nothing. Oh wait, we could also do like checks. You know what we're not doing? None of these increment happy. Happy will always be 0. I just noticed that. You know what I mean? All of these will always be happy. Yeah, so what we need to do is we need to do like an else for each of these probably. Yeah, okay. So let's do that. Do an else for each of these. And I think we can just do like happy plus or equal 1 probably, because then that way, like, if it's being taken care of, then happy will always be the thing. But it's like, I don't know, if hungry is, ooh, I don't know actually. What we might want to do is we might just want to, okay, but why does this matter? Why do we need to, if it's none of these, then right, like if I don't know, dude. I don't know what I'm doing. What we might have to do is we might just have to increase the values here. Because this, I mean, I don't think, I mean, we want to make the happiness to be like kind of fragile. Like, and by that I mean like one of these being the way that they are could make happiness not be the case, right? Every day, don't cry, we'll be okay. Okay. So I think maybe that works. Oh, we also probably need to initialize these to 0. Can we do a, is there a default initializer? Kind of like what we did with the booleans earlier. I just want to, I don't know, I want it to look fancy. Like initialize to 0. Like without having to do the whole equal thing. Okay, cool, yeah. Value initialization. Interesting, I'm learning about that. So yeah, what we could do is we could just do this. That's pretty, hey, that's sick. That's pretty cool. Look at me. Learning new things, new concepts. So I think now this would work, right? I think so. I gotta have AI check if any of these combinations will match, which if they do, then that means we're in trouble. Which I mean, if they do, there are scenarios where none of the mood categories strictly win the comparison. Got you. Right, obviously. Right. I guess maybe like right, yeah. My logic is kind of weird here. You guys want to see what I'm looking at? It's just ChatGPT kind of telling me how bad of a programmer I am. Show you guys. Yeah, so it's saying like the biggest thing was this, right? There are scenarios where none of the mood categories would strictly win the comparison because they would match. That was kind of my fear, basically. And so, right. I don't know, dude. You know what? Let's just not even worry about this right now. This works for right now, right? I have the OMG refactor. This is so bad. comment, so we can refactor it because of how bad it is sooner or later. But now let's actually do the update function, because this is the core. This is the foundation. Okay. This is what we do it for. So the first thing that we would need to do is we need to track the idle time. I guess like if we need to do like a check if the activity is activity idle, then we would simply, or we don't need to do all this. We would simply just do idle time, increment that just by dt. Okay, so that will just increment the idle time, because we want to keep track of this. And now we want to do the decay stats. We want them to decay over time. Which, should we make separate functions for decaying each stat? I feel like that's kind of, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's a bit much. It's a bit much if I say so myself. So what I'm thinking instead is, I don't know, maybe we just do the checks here, probably. I feel like that would just kind of make the most sense. Just do the checks here in this function, and you know, not yeah, I feel like that's kind of what we need to do, honestly. So let's just do that. We'll do it in here. So this obviously will be updated, or we will update every frame. So we'll just have it decrement. Decrement? Is that what I just said? Decrement? I don't know. By like a certain number, something like this. But then time. I'm sorry. We could just do like 0.5 or something. And then the multiplier would be dt though, right? So we could just do that, I think. And we could do that for all stats. I think is the best method. Which we want to do a check though, to make sure that hunger isn't less than or equal, well, less than 0. In which case, if it is, then we would set it to 0. But then it's like, if it arrives at 0, it's setting to 0 every single direction. But whatever, it's fine. For right now, it's fine. Because I say so. Hunger. I mean, what else? Attention. Attention. I guess we could just do the same values for right now. I mean, I don't really know how much I'd want this to go down every iteration. We definitely want these to be different values though. Like 0.3 or something. And later on, like we can maybe make these like less constant and make them like more depending on the type of pet. That'd be kind of sick. Because cats need like less attention than dogs, for example. So yeah, let's do this kind of the same check. Just a simple check that attention is not 0, and if it is, or if it's less than 0, then if it is, set it equal to 0. So hunger, attention, we have hygiene. How much do we need to? I feel like not much for hygiene, right? Actually let's make attention a little bit more. Not too much more, just a little bit more. Like, let's drop hunger actually. These need to be pretty small values, I think. Right? So do that. For hygiene, I feel like hygiene doesn't need to be decayed nearly as fast. Like, I don't know, maybe 0.2. You know what I'm saying? T, and if hygiene is less than 0, we set hygiene 0. Okay. And then energy, as far as energy goes, I mean, let's just do like 0.3 or something. 0.3. I feel like that's all right. These can easily be changed in the future. There's no reason they can't be. So if we really need these to be different, then we can do that pretty easily. So then we would do handle activity and handle mood, in which case we would do, I mean, we just do, yeah, handle activity. I think handle activity would be first. Obviously need to pass in DT. And then handle mood, DT. Okay. Then we need to set the graphic based on any changes. So we would do just the set graphic. I mean, these are all functions that I've done before, that I've already done. So set graphic. And then as far as the debug text, I feel like, I mean, let's go ahead and do that, I guess. I want to be able to see, I just want to be able to see like the stats in real time, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So let's uncomment this and clean it up. Yeah, so these are all just gonna be couts. Let's just, I mean, what we want level. Just write this up here. Level, EXP, age, hunger, energy. Which, speaking of, we also need to like do the aging as well. Which, yeah, we do need to do that actually. It won't decay, obviously, but it will grow very slowly, like 0.1 times CT, right? And we don't need to do any checks about that, so. It's so different from the rest, and I know it seems to X. Okay, so now we would do couts. So cout, is there anything else up here, by the way, that would need to, I guess not. Whenever we actually do implement the activity functions, we can do the EXP and the level, because I feel like those don't really need to be, and we can, in the update function, we can add like a leveling function that kind of checks if the pet is ready to be leveled based on the EXP. And or we can just have like an EXP function that just kind of does everything for us, does the EXP, does all that kind of stuff. Well, no, that'd be done by the activity function. So actually, let's just do, yeah, the leveling function. Let's just add a little comment here where just call it like leveling function. Let's add a little to do as well. Okay. Cool. So let's get the level. Nice. Oh yeah, sorry. Feel like a brand new person. No? Wait, what? Did we not include it? Well, it's included in pet, right? No? Okay, I guess we just didn't include it. My fault. My fault. Alright. Indel. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll just copy this, I think, and replace it with the correct values. So we'll do level EXP, because why not? Age, get the age, hunger, and yeah, this won't obviously be a permanent thing, but just for now. Just in the meantime. while we are testing out this stuff. Okay. Do we need anything else? I mean, obviously we need to update the debug text. So we would need to do like, so what? This will happen every single frame? Maybe what we should do is we should do like a, every second. You know what I'm saying? Like every like, cause like every single frame is kind of crazy. So maybe, yeah, actually every single frame would be insane. Let's do like a, let's do like every like, I don't know. If, we're doing something for this, aren't we? We're doing mood update. Maybe what we should do, let's do a temporary show debug float, just something simple, and we'll just do like if show debug is, I don't know, more than or equal to 5, something like that, then we'll do let's not call this update debug text, let's just call it debug text. Must be morning. Okay. So yeah, we'll just call debug text to go ahead and run for us. That should be good. So, and then obviously at the end of every update function for right now, right, we'll do show debug, increment that by the BT, right? And let's just kind of add a little temporary comment here. Temporary debug, debug check. All right, what else? I feel like I'm missing something. This is still horrific, but we're not gonna worry about it. Obviously mood bar doesn't work or isn't a thing anymore. It's gonna get rid of mood as well. So yeah, let's get rid of these functions here. I think that's it though. Yeah, honestly, that might be it. So I guess now we can just kind of go to the main, and this needs some cleaning up as well, but this for the most part will be the same. Set it automatically to happy or something. I don't know, dude. Do that, and oh, that's not what no Copilot. I do not want to use Copilot. All right. So the clock, right? We definitely don't want to stop it. We want to have it start. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. We're gonna get errors. We're gonna get errors. I already know. We're gonna get some errors. But it's all good though. We'll fix them. We'll fix them like I always do, so like quickly. Right? Let me just run these kind of like how I always do. And if you guys do want the public repo, there's a better way of doing what I'm doing right now. But I don't know. I don't trust it. Okay. We're gonna get errors. Well, I mean, no errors yet, so that's good. Like, no compilation errors. Okay. Wait. No, wait. It did change, though. You guys see that? It changed. It did change. Don't look at the terminal. Don't look at this. Don't look at this. Let's just ignore that for right now. But it did change. That's kind of a good sign. That shows that, okay, something is changing it. But it's always green. Let's oh, I put it all the way down here. Yeah, this is going way too fast. Control C that real quick. Okay, it did change though. Something is changing, so that's good. That's really good. I think it's just, why is EXP 3? And age is, what the yo, what am I looking at, gang? Oh, it's because I'm not initializing these, I don't think. Unless, wait, these aren't being incremented, are they? They are going down. I mean, you can look at them. They are going down. Yeah, no. Okay, so I need to readjust the constructor. I thought I did this already. Maybe not. Okay, but hey, guess what? It's something. It's not just compile errors, which is good. I would rather that. So, lifetime. What did we do? What is lifetime? Wasn't lifetime like gonna be our old clock? Like that's what we were gonna do? I guess we don't need it anymore, do we? Because now we're just gonna use the clock. I'm gonna start, get the next ticket. Yeah, so we don't need this, honestly. Okay, let's put this. Well, this is already down here. Right, so I guess we could just set, well, for one, level is already set to 1. Let's set, which mood is already set to happy as well. There's really no reason to include that here. Okay. Yeah, so let's do EXP. Set that to 0. Okay. Age 0. Then hunger 0. Or hunger, let's set everything to 100. Right? It's never really supposed to go past 100, which we will check this. We will check this in the activity functions themselves. But, I mean, this should be okay. It should be okay to do this for right now. So hunger, 100. 100 float, by the way. Let's denote that. Energy, hundo. Hygiene. That, dude, this garbage value is crazy. Will I be known and loved? 0. No, not 0, sorry. Hundo. Which, once again, float. Dude. Why? Dude, I have like fat fingers or something. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Hunger, energy, hygiene. Attention. 1 hundo. Okay. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. What are we missing here? Oh yeah, we don't need this. Just comment this out. It's stupid. Yeah, okay. Should be it now. Oh. Still have this. What even is all this? Let's just not worry about all this right now. Let's comment it out, because obviously now we're using delta time. This is before I did that, so we need to finish doing this before we can probably work on that. On the borderline, caught between the tides of pain and rapture. I think that's it, right? We fixed everything. I'll be known and loved, that I trust. No, that's it. Okay. I did want to adjust. Yeah, okay. I was trying to think of what I was trying to think of earlier. Yeah, we want to probably do, so that way they're not, oh yeah. And the very big thing, this is way too fast for us right now. I did want to separate this just by denoting it like this. Right. Let's do that too. Okay. And then, yeah, I'm going to slow this down hella. in the update function. Let's make it like, dude, that was happening so quickly. I feel like, I don't know, what would happen if we set it to like 50? I'm still very new to Delta time. I have no idea how quickly that actually is. Okay. All right, let's try this again. And pay attention to the circle, okay? When I run this, pay attention to the circle. It's gonna start off like yellow, I think. Okay, it doesn't change at all, actually. Wait, why does it not change at all? Wait, what? Okay, so either... Not updating at all. Okay, something's going on then. Something's like going on with... Okay, wait. What exactly did I change? I changed the constructor. Right, but anything I did in the constructor shouldn't really directly do anything to this. Right? Well, okay, wait. But then again, it's happy all the time. Okay, wait. So I think maybe what we just need to do is we need to adjust this, possibly. Right. Yeah, that might be actually what we need to do. So instead of 50, do like... We had it as 5 last time. That thing was going crazy. I mean, what happens if we do like 8? Is it that sensitive? Know how to be. We're still not getting any debug, bro. Why? Why, bro? Oh, there it is. What the okay, everything is 0. Wait, what? Why does it only do that when everything is 0? First off, everything is 0. That's like, okay, wait a minute. Okay, what's going on here? So either everything decayed super quickly, but why did we have such a delay on this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did we have such a delay? Maybe we call this out here instead. Possibly. I don't know, let's try that. It's getting closer. Call it like here or something. And obviously we'll need to do and then we need to do show debug. Let's set that to some kind of interval. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that here. Let's go to the very top. Wait, did we even? No, wait, we didn't even do a function for that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, maybe this works, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. We would set this to delta, not delete, delta time. Or not second equal to, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, maybe this works, maybe it doesn't. It's still super quick, but it's doing it because we're not, oh yeah. It's because we're not resetting it. That's why. That's why that was happening earlier too. Yeah. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me see if this does anything. It's getting closer. Every day, don't cry. It'll be okay. Okay. Let me try this now. About to have to end stream too, so. Okay. Okay, it printed. Everything is 0. Sorry, I didn't mean to peek the mic like that, but everything is 0. Everything is 0. Why? Why? Can we have it? Let's do it where it's like. Everything is 0 off rip. Maybe our decay stats are just going way too quickly. That's probably what's going on. Let me get an initial. Also, wait, hold on. Firstly, if everything is 0, the circle should not be happy. The circle should not be yellow, so that's also an issue. Excuse me. Let me, before I end stream, let me see what I can do about trying to maybe get like an initial value before, like just an initial check before anything starts. Yeah, which we can do that. We can do that. We'll just do, yes, set it equals first. You can just do doggo dot debug text right there. Okay, let's try that. I just want to see if they're actually starting out with the correct values and therefore just decaying very rapidly. In which case, if they are, that's easily fixable. There's also the concern of the fact that, okay, yeah, see, look, they all start off with 100, but man, they decay real quick. Okay, so they're obviously decaying very quickly. So we just need to, I just need to get a better understanding of what exactly I need to do for that, right? Because this is too, like, this was in the span of probably like 5 seconds. Less, honestly, 3 seconds. So I feel like this definitely needs work. Well, let me commit my changes. We made some progress though, I'll say. I mean, I'll be honest, I think we did. Are we in the right branch? Thank God. No, we're not in the right branch. Why are we not in the right branch? Wait, did I even pull? Oh shit. Okay, I'll figure this out off stream. I forgot to pull. Oh my god, dude. Okay, this is fixable, I think. I think. All right. Well, we made progress, and you know what? That's what matters. At the end of the day, that's what matters. All right. So, appreciate anyone who came by. Thank you guys. I'll be streaming tomorrow. We're gonna actually make some of the pixel art tomorrow. Probably gonna start off doing that, and then maybe kind of work a little bit more on these bugs here. And yeah, go from there. Then from there, my next stream will be on Sunday. Tomorrow's the last day you're gonna see me with this hair. This hair is about to be short, dude. This hair is about to be like, not like super short, but like, you know, it's gonna, like, I'm about to cut my hair. So tomorrow's gonna be the last time that you guys see this hair. Not that it's like special, but you know, just want to warn anyone. All right, well, thanks for anyone who came in. Hope you guys have a good night. We'll work on this later, tomorrow. That's all I have to say. Good night.